Today I'm going to show you how to make these top note quilt bags, and they hold little 3x3 card notes. This is the one I made with the Thoroughly Modern Designer Series paper, and this one is with the Raspberry Tart paper. So what you're going to do first is cut out 2 sheets with Whisper White cardstock at 5 by 3 3/4, and then you're going to use your 1 1/4 inch punch and punch out 12 squares with your Designer Series paper. And what's great about doing this is that you get to showcase all the different patterns that come with your Designer Series paper. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to put your adhesive on the paper and then start attaching the squares. And I'll try to do this as fast as I can for you. But these little bags make great holders for cards, or little treat bags for birthday parties, or little gifts that you can fill with chocolate or whatever you want to use them for. And they're super easy to make too. And it's also great to, you can use up some of your scrap paper that you have lying around. That way you don't waste all those little bits of paper that you have. Okay, just one more row. And I've posted some pictures of these on my blog. It's at stampinwithjen.com. And it shows some different Designer Series papers that I've used. Okay, so now that you have that done, what you're going to do is just take both sheets of paper and get your Big Shot. And you're going to put the Designer Series paper side down. And then you're just going to run it through. Okay. And so this is what it looks like after you've cut it out. And I've used the top note die, the Stampin' Up! Top note die. And if you don't have this Big Shot, it really is a great investment. Okay, now you're going to sponge the edges. And I'm using the soft suede. And then you just go around and sponge the whole thing. And to save time, I've actually already done that. Oh, and let me show you this real quick first. Then you take your gel pen and you just make little X's, and those are your stitches, okay? And that takes a little bit, so I'm just going to show you the one that I've already done. So I've sponged all the edges and I've put the little X's around there. Okay, now that you have that, you're gonna, I get these little bags at like a craft store like Michael's or Joann's, and you need to cut these at 3 1/8 inches. But the trick is the bag comes out like this. If you put it in your cutter and you measure it this way, it's going to come out kind of funky. So you have to remember to fold this down and then measure, okay? And so what you're going to do is you're going to take the large oval punch, and this is to make your handle. And you're just going to kind of eyeball it and stick it in here and just punch this out. And then to punch the back side, you just line it up and then punch it again. That way it's even. Okay, and on the bag, you also have to punch a hole for it. And on this bag, the oval punch, there's these little flaps in here. If you don't separate this, it's gonna punch a hole in there, so you kind of have to separate it, and then you line your thing up again, and you stick this in there, and you punch. Okay, so now that you have that done, what you're gonna do is you have to attach the bag to the top note. So just get your adhesive, okay, and just line it up with the hole that you just punched. Oh, I'm not lining that up very well. Oh well, that'll work. and then just lay it down. I'm kind of going kind of fast. You might, if you do this yourself, you might just, you know, obviously take a little bit more time. Okay, and then you're going to do the back. And if you wanted to, you could do the quilting effect on the back too, but I just did it on the front. Okay, so you open that up, and there's your little bag. And to do the cards, all I did was cut whisper wide cardstock at 6 by 3 inches and then scored it at 3. And then you're just going to, I cut the squares at 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 of the designer series paper. Okay, so just put that on there. And then I've stamped, using the Lovely Letters alphabet, I've stamped these and cut them, punched them out with the 1 1/4 punch. And then I also cut out using the scallop square punch with soft suede cardstock for the background. And this square is a little big for the scallop square, so I just used my paper snips and just trimmed around it. And then you just attach with some dimensionals. And I'm using these as Mother's Day gifts. I don't know if I've already said that, for my friends. But I just think these make really cute little note cards that they can use for anything, really. And just stick that on there, and then it fits in there. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the front, the M on the front. Okay. And then the last thing you do is you're going to just tie a little piece of ribbon around it. Just like that. And I would probably straighten this up so you can see the polka dots. And I'm using this soft suede polka dot grosgrain ribbon. And that's it. And then these are the other cards that I made to stick in the bag also. So thanks a lot for joining me, and remember to check my blog every day at stampinwithjen.com.